Hi y'all, Bryan Campbell. This video is about reflections of 30 years of sobriety. This September 28th, I will be sober for 30 years. And some people were asking me to chronicle my, not only my time of my sobriety, about how I got sober and what's kind of worked for me. Well, when I got sober, and for me, I was in really bad shape. I was doing drugs every day, 10, 15 times a day. I was functioning all, but yeah, I was a mess. And so when I actually went into a rehab, I remember the one thing that I had in common with a friend of mine who had suicidal thoughts. And I remember as a person that was getting sober, I remember I didn't like myself. I remember I couldn't stay sober for 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes I was doing a line or smoking some pot, drinking some alcohol, doing something. And I remember when I got sober, there were some people that kind of told me that one of the ways y'all going to stay sober is there is only black and white. There's no gray area that you can go back to. And one of the things was I got rid of a lot of friends when I got sober and a lot of people I used to party. So if you're out there and you've got some issues that are going on and you have addiction going on in your life, if you've got major depression, if you got suicidal thoughts, y'all got to seek someone to talk to somebody about this. You're never alone. And in this case, just like a drug addict, sometimes it's surviving 5 minutes at a time. Y'all, because a true drug addict can't go an hour without a drug. A person that has suicidal thoughts can't go 5 minutes or an hour without thinking about maybe killing themselves. And if y'all have that going on, I highly recommend you get some help on that. And in my case, I went through a rehab house for 30 days. But I had to change a lot of things that happened in my life. If you would have asked me, what are the prices that I'm going to have to pay to sit here at this time and at this moment 30 years later, I was willing to do anything to have a life to where it was not like it was. Drinking every day, smoking dope every day, doing cocaine every day. And so for me, I remember I concentrated on 5 minutes at a time. And I had to truly believe that there was something more than me. There had to be a God greater than me to get me sober, because I tried a lot of different things. And I remember someone said to me, do you believe in God? And I said, yeah, but you know what? Even though I had broken my neck at the age of 17, even though I had gone through a lot of stuff, and here I was getting ready to turn 28, I believe there was a higher power, but I most certainly needed to search for Him to get by 5 minutes at a time. Now, lately here, I've talked to some friends of mine that are going through some really bad things. Some of them have addiction, some of them have suicidal thoughts, and some of them are having a rough time. Now, I do remember this: your life does get better. If you believe that you can have the life that you want, and I mean, you got to envision the life that you want to have. And even further, you have to go step by step. If you're envisioning a life where you do things like me, where I'm camping and I'm having a good time, if that's the life that you envision, you got to do all the thought process and all the work to get where you can enjoy this side of life. You can't just take your responsibilities and get up and leave and everything like that. But a vision does not just have the vision of the end result. A vision has milestones, and in every milestone that you obtain and that you reach to obtain that goal, you thank the praise of the belief that you have, whatever your belief is. And I just say this, that if all you can do is every 5 minutes is thank you for the positive thoughts that I have. Thank you for getting me through 5 more minutes. Thank you for getting me through an hour. Thank you for getting me through 6 hours. And then all of a sudden you build 6 hours, and then next thing you know, you're in the nighttime and you've been sober for 12 hours. Well, after you start putting together a few of those hours, you put together a day. When you put together a day, you put together a week. And after a week, a couple of weeks, kind of gets to a month, and then a couple of months. Well, I can say this, that I still do the same thing that I had done when I got sober. Y'all, in my opinion, there is no black and white. You can't go out to any bars. You can't go out and start drinking beer. You can't go out and do partying like you used to do. If you want to stay sober, you have to believe that a power greater than yourself. When you get to that point, whether it's your thought of, I want to party, or whether you're dealing with something else. Maybe you're dealing with suicidal thoughts. I say this, connect with your higher power. And if all you can do is get by in the next 5 minutes, just ask for that praise. You know, and I talked about the journey of 30 years. Well, when you get to be sober 30 years, people get more amazed than I do. And I realized that for me, it's not much of a big deal anymore, because I just strung a couple of days all together, and y'all, when I put that together, it equals a couple of years, and when you put a couple of years together, it equals 30. So this journey's been amazing. I've always come to a place where I can relax, where I can enjoy myself, where I can see what God has given me. God has given me the peace to enjoy the outdoors and show me what He has created. He's given me life. So if you're dealing with any type of addiction, y'all can go to my website, nextstepseminars.com. You can get a hold of me at Bryan Campbell. You can go to my Facebook page. I got a phone number there. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. If you're going through something more, y'all do me a favor. Just contact me. I just want to talk to you. I noticed a friend of mine, and she was going through kind of a downtime, and I've had some decent contacts with this gal, but not enough to where some of the thoughts that she's going through in her head are going through there right now. So I think you know who you are. If you do, please give me a call. But I tell you what, when you start to realize that life is about enjoying the moments you have, and if something's not life altering, it ain't gonna matter. It's all window dressing. It ain't gonna change anything. But in 30 years, every year, I have enjoyed and celebrated the accomplishments that I've done in sobriety. I come out, I enjoy the outdoors. I get away, I think about what's worked, and Lord knows there's a lot of things that haven't worked. So this is just kind of a build up. This is just kind of the journey. If y'all have any questions, chime in on it. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks very kindly for joining in. I appreciate it, and y'all have a great day.